Welcome to Wanderlust and Wishes, the podcast where we explore the world one destination at a time.
I'm Julie.
And I'm Krystle.
As travel agents with fantastical vacations, we are here to share our passion for travel and help you turn your wanderlust into reality.
From hidden gems to bucket list adventures, join us as we dive into the sights, sounds, and stories of our favorite destinations.
So grab your passport, pack your bags, and let's embark on this journey together. Welcome to episode 48 of Wanderlust and Wishes. Today, we're going to continue our journey through quick service restaurants at Walt Disney World at Animal Kingdom. First, we would like to just politely ask if you all can please give a review. We would love it. And also share any of the episodes that you feel like are over the top fantastic. We would love it because we are coming up on our 1-year anniversary of the podcast and have some pretty big goals and would love for you all to share. We also just want to give a shout out and appreciate all of our listeners that have listened from the very beginning. We see you and we appreciate you coming back every single week.
We're winding down with the quick service, which we're about done, aren't we?
We have one more. I think Epcot's going to be tougher because there's so much. So we kind of left that one for last.
Yes, I forget about that because we love our festival food.
Yeah. And I think we're going to have to probably figure out how we're going to do that one because it'll depend on what time of year we're there if we're looking at any of the festival booths.
If you've been here through all of this has been a fun series. So thank you to our listener who suggested this. So if you have any other things like this that we can add into our schedule, send them our way. All right. We're going to start with the Oasis at Animal Kingdom. This is kind of where you walk in, you might see Divine. There's not much here, but I included this just for Julie because what would your snack pick be?
Well, there's a Joffrey's on the right as you're walking in to Animal Kingdom. So of course I'm going to get a shaken Jamaican as I'm passing by. It's a very easy quick stop and it's honestly one of my favorites because it's right there as you're walking in. It's very you're kind of in and out and then you can walk the rest of the way into the park with it.
I knew she was going to put that. We share a shared note when we're getting ready for our episodes, and I filled it out for her before she even had a chance.
But there's not any other, that's basically, that's it in the Oasis.
That's the only thing there, except for the entrance to Rainforest Cafe, but that is not quick service. That is not one that we recommend. You have a quick service. You have Rainforest Cafe near you. Go to that. It's the same thing. So, all right.
Try to recommend other things that are.
There's so many better things, people.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go in and we're going to go to the left and we're going to go to Pandora. For my snack, I'm going to go to Pongu Pongu. I'm going to get the Night Blossom, but without boba. I despise boba. Sorry for all you boba fans. I want nothing to do with it.
I didn't know you could request without it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, game changer.
Yeah, no. I'm like, no, take those things out. I don't want any of those. So it's basically just layers of apple and pear limeade. And it's very refreshing. It's super good. But yeah, I don't like boba at all. For my meal, I'm going to go to Satuli Canteen and get the chili garlic shrimp bowl. There's a gluten-friendly version. For my base, I will get rice and beans, and I will get the creamy herb dressing for my sauce. Delish.
Staying in Pandora and over by Satuli Canteen. These are the only two options in Pandora. So that's why we were both going here. For my snack, I'm also going to Pongo Pongo. It is would you consider a drink stand or like a window? Isn't it part of the Wind Traders store?
Yeah. I mean, I guess, I don't know. It does have a window. It's kind of a combo, I guess.
Yeah, if you're not looking for it, you can actually kind of miss it. So I'm going to get the Pongu Lumpia. It's a pineapple cream cheese spring roll. And then for my meal over at Satuli Canteen, I would probably put Satuli in my top 5 quick service of all Walt Disney World. That's
Nice.
how much I like it here. I'm going to also get the chili garlic shrimp bowl. Shrimp tossed in chili garlic sauce, topped with crunchy vegetable slaw, boba balls, served with your choice of base and sauce. Think Chipotle type. You can pick your own
Mm-hmm.
toppings. A lot of things look a little bit different because it is Pandora. They've kind of dyed them. They've kind of done different things. It tastes normal. It tastes fine. It's good. So give it a chance.
Yeah, it's very good. Okay, so we're going to keep walking around the circle. We're going to head into Africa. And for our snack, we are always going to stop at Zuri Sweet Shop. This is like, even if we tried to sneak by here, our girls would never allow it because they always, always, always want to get a frozen glacier. There's multiple different options. They usually get the blue raspberry or the strawberry. That's just kind of what they get. But they also have options like passion fruit and mango. They have, it's called a Mombasa Sunset Glacier, which has strawberry, passion fruit, and mango mixed together. They have a frozen lemonade. They have a Kilimanjaro cooler glacier, which is the blue raspberry and the lemonade like mixed together or combo. They
This
are,
park is so hot. You need these here.
yeah, they have a lot. I was actually just saying to Crystal that there's so many places that have like slushies and iced type dessert, icy desserts because I think, or drinks because it is hot in this. It's just hot here in this park. I usually get a Rice Krispie treat dipped with chocolate. I love those. Those are like one of my favorite things to get at any of the parks. And they have multiple options at this sweet shop. So I always get one of those.
For my snack, right as you cross the bridge into Africa to the right, coming from Discovery Island, which is where the Tree of Life is, there is Tamu Tamu refreshments. They have Dole Whip there. So I'm going to get the Dole Whip pineapple orange soda float. You cannot get Dole Whip in every park. So if I see it, I'm going to get it.
For my meal, I would stop at Harambe Market, which is right around the corner from where Surrey Sweet Shop is. They have a similar option that we just talked about with Satuli Canteen. They have rice bowls, and I love them. I would get the chicken and shrimp rice bowl, and it just comes with chicken, marinated chicken and shrimp on rice, and it comes with tzatziki sauce. Like, how can you go wrong with that combination?
I know, you stole mine. I'd also go to the Harambe Market. Like they have this menu, just looking at chicken and shrimp rice bowl. They have the shrimp without the chicken. They have a shrimp Caesar salad, beef and lamb, pita, chicken Caesar salad. Basically, take your pick. I'm a sucker for shrimp though, so anytime I can find it,
Mm-hmm.
that's usually
Absolutely.
what I'm getting.
Absolutely. And kind of like we were just saying, there's definitely like multiple places to get little snacks in Africa. They have multiple little shops for cool treats like ice cream or a slushie or like a Mickey pretzel or an ice cream bar, that kind of thing. So there's definitely those two locations, Zuri Sweets and Harambe Market, have mobile ordering, but there's still lots of other options around that you can get a good snack from as well.
All right, let's keep making the big circle, and we're going to go to Asia next.
I'm going to stop at, it's like right as you're coming into Asia on the right. It's a little like stand. It's called Mr. Kamal's. And I'm going to get the seasoned fries. And they do serve it with sriracha mayo. The sriracha mayo is usually a little bit too much for me just because I have a sensitive stomach. So, but the fries are good and it's something that is gluten free. And to be honest, I do struggle with the quick service options in Asia. I just don't have as many options. I am able to get stuff at Yak and Yeti, the restaurant, but and I still can get things, but there's just a lot less for me in this area. So, guys, I'm not paying attention. My snack would be there is another Joffrey's as you get farther into Asia, after you pass by the Yak and Yeti, and I would get a shaken Jamaican. That would be my snack. Mr. Kamal's actually could be a snack or a meal, depending on how I'm feeling that day. Another option for me would be there is a Yak and Yeti restaurant where that's table service where you sit down and eat, but then there's also like a Yak and Yeti kind of window where you can go up and get food. And I would get the teriyaki chicken salad just without the wonton crisp if I were going to be eating there.
My picks in Asia, right across the path from Mr. Kamal's, is a little snack stand called Caravan Road. And I don't even know how you pronounce this. Kakagori, maybe. But basically, it's Japanese shaved ice flavored with watermelon and sweetened condensed milk. And I'm a sucker for all things shaved ice, probably because I grew up in the desert. So that is what I would be getting. For my meal, I'm going to also go to Yak and Getty. The quick service one is called the Local Food Cafes, if you are looking, trying to find it on the app. And there are so many good options. I couldn't choose. There is a firecracker shrimp, breaded shrimp tossed in a spicy firecracker sauce with fresh vegetables and white rice that immediately popped. But there's also like a Korean fried chicken sandwich with honey heat sauce that looked really good, and like a sweet and sour tempura shrimp. Again, take your pick. There's so many good options in this park. Like I was telling Julie before we started, there are so many places and snack stands to eat in this park, but I just don't feel like we ever spend enough time there to explore and eat here like we should.
Well, we stop and get a slushie a lot. The girls know all the slushie locations for sure. As soon as they see them, they're like coming around the corner. And they also kind of know where a lot of the stands are that have ice cream. And because we seem to always get Mickey's ice cream bars or something like one of those ice cream stands, we always stop at those in this park. So they know where all those things are.
Next, we're going to go into what is left of Dinoland. This one's going to be interesting because we don't know what of these are staying or if they will just like rebrand and keep the same menu or if they're gone altogether. We do not know. We don't know timeline really. So take that for what it is for now.
Yeah. Yeah, this was kind of sad to go through these.
I know you pull it up on the app and it's all covered in trees now.
I like to go basically this is when if you come through, if you come through Discovery Island into Dinoland, Trilobites is basically as soon as you cross the bridge. If you're coming in from Asia, it's basically kind of on the right as you're walking around into where the area, like close to where the boneyard is. So Trilobites has actually a lot of several different things that I would.
So random.
It,
So
it
many.
is. It is a very random menu, but it has several things that I would potentially get. They have a Zazu Dole Whip lime and coconut float, and it's pretty good. It's not as good as the Tropical Serenade that we get at Magic Kingdom, but it's still good. So that's one thing. Potentially, if I need something to eat and I want a snack, they also have house-made chips they have buffalo chicken chips, basically, and it's house-made chips served with buffalo chicken and blue cheese dressing. I do not want the tomato and celery relish, so I don't get that because I'm that person. I've said already before. I don't like stuff. I don't like all the extra stuff. So just leave that off. I'm an on the side kind of person. So yeah, I would not want that. For my meal, there's really not a lot of great other options there. There's basically Restaurant Tosaurus left. And again, not sure if this is going to stick, if they'll just change the name and the theming. But it has pretty basic quick service stuff. So if I were going to go here, I would get the allergy friendly chicken strips. I'd get the kids meal or the kids version just because it's smaller. And that's what I would get. It's just chicken fingers, basically.
For my snack, I'm going to go to Dino Bites. They have some really good like Haagen-Dazs ice cream over here, a couple of different ice cream sandwiches, and they're like between either like sugar cookies or freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. John or I will usually go over and get a couple while the kids are playing on the boneyard, and we sit and eat them without them, and they don't ever know that we get them because send them in. We'll go get the ice cream sandwich and eat it, and then when we're done, we'll go get them and move on. It is a moment of our little peace for.
You better not let Harper listen to this episode. You'll be busted. You'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
She's going to be like, wait a minute. What did you just
hmm
say?
For my meal, I'm also going to Restaurantosaurus, and this is kind of like your run-of-the-mill hot dog cheeseburger, but they do have like a Cobb salad, fried chicken sandwich. So depending on how I'm feeling, I would either get the bacon cheeseburger or the Cobb salad with chicken. All right. The next place is Discovery Island, which is kind of like the very center of the park where the Tree of Life is. It's kind of like its own little island. There's a lot going on right here. And it's kind of hard to I always get lost right here because there's so many paths going different ways.
Yeah, it is a little, it can get a little confusing because it has a lot of offshoots going in different directions. So if I'm coming right off of Dino Land and going on to Discovery Island, there's a little spot called Isle of Java. And I know you know what you think I'm going to say, but I'm not going to say it.
I was surprised here, people.
Yeah. I will get more than likely I will get because I've already had like probably at least a coffee or two coffees by this point probably that if we go to this place. It has lots of little dessert snacky things. So we'll get a Mickey ice cream bar. They also have churros and a cinnamon roll, and they have this thing that's called a tiger tail. It's chocolate twist. They also have a Mickey shaped pretzel, and they also have a pumpkin muffin. Yeah, it's cream cheese filling. For my meal, I swear that Krystle and I did not look at each other's information before this, and it made me laugh whenever I was looking at our like going over the notes. There's a place that's called the Smiling Crocodile, and I feel like nobody knows that it's there.
No, it's such a hidden gem.
And it has tacos, guys. Like, come on. Like, anytime you have tacos and chips and salsa and queso options on the menu, you're going to
Done.
find Julie there.
And
So,
Krystle.
yeah, like, come on, guys. They have chicken street tacos and yum. You can get the tacos. They also have, like I said, they have chips and salsa and queso that you can get as well. So this place is really good. It's basically, if you are coming from the Asia side, it's right after you cross over the bridge, after you pass the Adventure Outpost on the left. If you're coming from the front of the park and you cross over the bridge from the Oasis into Discovery Island, you go over to the right. I feel like a lot of people immediately go to the left when they come into Animal Kingdom. And I think that might be why this place doesn't get seen because they walk all the way around and they don't go into this particular section.
Yes, or if they rope drop Everest, this is probably closed when the park opens.
Yeah.
And there is like a little sign outside that has like the drink options, but it's not really like a whole like menu like you would see. So I think people just think it's like a little drink stand, honestly. Is this where you can meet Mickey and Minnie? Is there a little place?
Outpost.
Yes, so it's right there near that.
Right next to it.
I'm laughing because we both picked the same two places for our snacks and our meal. But I have another one. So snack, also Isle of Java. I'd probably get like the cinnamon roll or the tiger tail chocolate twist, maybe an ice cream bar, depending on how much ice cream I've already had. Skipping the churro because churros aren't as good as they are at Disneyland. Meal, Smiling Crocodile, barbecue and nachos. Try them. You'll like them.
Yeah, those are good too. I don't really think pretty much everything there is good.
I think we did the street corn tacos one time too. I like that there's kind of hidden along, I guess it would be the bottom south side of it. There's like tables around the side that a lot of people don't even know are there. So you can go and sit and relax. And we always find good.
Flame Tree Barbecue, right?
Yes. So speaking of Flame Tree, I was trying to be different. So I wasn't going to pick that because everybody picks Flame Tree. If you need something more hearty than tacos, go to Flame Tree Barbecue. They have like some good baked mac and cheese with pulled pork, like a whole thing with onions and slaw all together. That's really good. And you can get things like a ribs chicken pulled pork sampler, like your common pulled pork sandwich. So if you have like a hangry husband, send them here. If they need like some good hearty meal, that's where you should send them. You also had consolation for Nomad Lounge.
I did. I was not paying attention to where I was located, and I picked Nomad Lounge for another area. With Nomad Lounge, we actually were talking about whether this is considered quick service because it kind of is and it kind of isn't. It's a lounge, and you do have to get on the wait list. You can't make a reservation. You can't walk up. I mean, you can walk up, but you're probably not going to be able to just go in and sit down unless you rope drop, like literally as soon as it opens. But I don't think it's too bad if you get on the wait list. I don't think it's too hard to get into. We've never had an issue with being able to get seated. I have a couple of things. They have a grilled skewered chicken, and it's very good. It's protein. It's just easy. It's something good that I can have that gives me some protein. And then I know that the churros are not as good as Disneyland, but I can't have any of the Disneyland churros. And these churros at Nomad Lounge, they have gluten-free options. And so I love them. They're good. They're good for what I can have. So I would definitely get the churros if I were able to get a seat at Nomad Lounge.
I will say, if you have any kind of allergy, they are gluten, wheat, peanut, tree nut, and soy free. They're just a little too chewy for me compared to the Disneyland. I don't know what it is about the water or if they just fry them. Maybe it's the humidity.
It's probably the humidity. I was going to say it's probably what it is.
The humidity makes them soft.
Mm-hmm.
Disneyland does not have humidity.
Yeah.
So I would love to hear what your favorites are at Animal Kingdom. Hopefully this will help you.
I think there's a lot of hidden gems in Animal Kingdom as far as food goes. Even the restaurants, like the sit-down restaurants, we love Yak and Yeti. Like, love it. It is one of the ones that it's one of our regulars that we don't like to miss out on if possible. They have Tiffin's, which is really good. That's actually next to Nomad Lounge. Nomad Lounge is the lounge for Tiffin's, basically. Those are also some great table service options. So in general, I think Animal Kingdom kind of flies under the radar when it comes to food.
Well, and if you're a foodie or you're an adventurous eater, this is definitely the park for you because there's a lot of, I wouldn't say like out there, but kind of
They have
like
different flavors.
Yes, not like you're run of the mill because they are pulling from those different continents that are represented at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they come up with for the Americas because I'm thinking there's going to be more like
food stuff.
There's going to
Yes,
be more like rice and plantains and like beans and chicken, and like I can't wait to see what they come
they
up
could
with.
pull over some of those things that they have at the food booths for like Colombia and Brazil and Central America.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, done. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Whole restaurant.
I could eat that all day long.
Brazilian steakhouse. Calling it now.
Yeah, that would be a fantastic idea.
Needed.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
My husband with some feijoada would freaking die and go to heaven.
I think that it will be extremely popular. This area of the park is going to be popular anyway because everybody's so excited about it. So if they add a restaurant that is top notch, it's going to be bananas. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. So thank you everybody for listening in to our quick service for Animal Kingdom. Like Krystle said, we hope that you enjoyed it and that we would love to hear what your favorites are or if there were any of the things that we went through that were your favorites as well. Everyone have a fantastic week. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Wanderlust and Wishes.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform.
And remember, the world is full of wonders waiting to be explored. Until next time, happy travels.
Bye for now.